Hello and welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Now today I am joined by a very, very special guest of the IMechE. So special, I don't want to do the introduction here. Hello, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
So for everyone out there who I appreciate, we've got some new members from Formula Students here.
We do.
Hello.
Very nice to meet you. My name's Alice Bunn, and I'm CEO here at IMechE.
Thank you so much for your time. It's great to have you here today. Now, CEO of the IMechE, that sounds like a lot of responsibilities going on here. What's the kind of day-to-day job involving?
The day-to-day job, yes, responsible for everything.
Oh, of course.
Everything. No, I mean, it's brilliant. I always describe the organisation as fundamentally doing two things, right? Either we're about helping engineers at all stages of their career, so that could be, engineers in primary school all the way through to people continuing learning into their 50s and 60s, but helping them operate at their best, right?
Yeah.
So that could be through inspiring educational activities, it could be through opportunities to continue learning, all sorts of things. So really, really fun, that internal bit. The next bit is about maximising the positive impact of engineers for society. So that might be in provision of advice to government or advice to just, everyday people on the street.
Fantastic, amazing. Now, pardon me, I've done a little bit of research on LinkedIn. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Is your background in space?
It is, yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
It is. I've been about 25 years in the space sector.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So what was that kind of background like? So how have you got from graduate and space into moving into mechanical engineering?
I know. Well, there is a thread. It's funny actually because people imagine that I was that child, gazing out of her bedroom window, being really fascinated by space, because there's quite a few people like that.
Yes.
Wasn't me.
Really?
No, not at all. I had basically 3 brushes with space before I was like, oh, it's really useful. So first time I had an experiment flown in space as part of my PhD. I studied metallurgy. Settling effects were getting in the way of what I was studying. So if you can take gravity out of the picture, you don't get any settling. So I was like, brilliant, thanks. Just take gravity out of the picture, and then I can get on with my research. So I was not fussed about space. My next brush with space was working at the Science Museum and working on the refurbishment of the Space Gallery, which was like a total hoot. But, yeah, fun.
Oh,
pushing
amazing.
the Apollo 10 capsule through the, anyway. But still, I was like, it's kind of fun. It's interesting. It draws the visitors into the Science Museum. But my third brush was looking at what we can do in terms of environmental monitoring from space.
Right.
And that is amazing. Like over 50% of the things that we have to measure to even understand climate change can only be measured from space.
Agreed.
So on the third time, I was like, oh, that's useful. Yeah, no, I get it now. That's good. I like space. Yeah. And there is a real thread for me into engineering, because fundamentally I think all of our engineering endeavour is about societal good, right? If you think about the big challenges facing society, be that, transition to net zero, it's all going to be solved by engineering, right?
Yep, no, 100%. We're here to create a better tomorrow, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely, fantastic. Just before we move on to FS, I have to ask though, are you still involved in space today, or is it fully on the IMechE side?
No, I still am. So I'm president of the UK Space Trade Association, and I find it really helpful. I think the two roles are very synergistic. So obviously the CEO is the lion's share of my time.
Yeah.
But having that responsibility back in the space sector enables me to retain my technical home, if you like, in a high-profile, exciting engineering sector.
Nice.
So they really complement each other.
Fantastic. I honestly feel like I've met engineering royalty here. Should I curtsy or? But what an amazing background, and fantastic to have you as part of these projects here. And thank you for coming to join for Formula Students as well today.
Thank you. It's fun.
So Formula Students itself then. This is its 28th year now. IMechE have been here from the very beginning, and it's a relationship which we are so honoured to have, and it supports each other so much. Why is this so important for the IMechE, this contest?
Oh, it's so important. It really is absolutely fundamental. There's so many different answers I could give to that question, but I'm going to kind of focus in on one, because you wander around, you know, the paddocks and you see the garages, and the sense of teamwork is absolutely tangible. And it's really, really important to get that. I mean, you can learn the maths and the physics and whatever in a number of different settings, but to learn teamwork is a real challenge. And I think the setting here at Formula Student is just perfect for that. It's sort of engineering mindset, isn't it? I love the fact that engineers are always looking for improvements, always seeking to find things that are going to work better, work differently. And actually, if you've got a whole bunch of people all doing that, it can get a little out of control. You know that joke, right? We had this one, the collective noun for a group of engineers.
Go on.
A disagreement. Okay,
I forgot
and if
all about
you're
that.
just going to disagree, you're not going to really get very far. But actually, if you're learning teamwork and that context for, you know, real life working worlds, it's really, really powerful.
100%. No, I can fully vouch for that one. Just walking up and down the paddock this whole weekend as well. I'm a big petrol head, okay, so I go to a lot of motorsport events. And the one thing which always frustrates me, like I was here last month seeing a big motorsport event, it's so closed and they, you know, no peeking, it's all secret. Formula Students not like that. They're so proud to share their achievements, aren't they? They're like, come on in, let's show you what we've made. It's got such a good energy to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, totally. It's really inspiring, really sharing. It's really good.
Absolutely. So would you say this is important for British engineering, though? Because obviously we've got international contests, but there's so many British universities here.
Yeah. But it is global, right? It's a global event, and we see, you know, similar events now taking off around the world. We like to think that, you know, we're the best, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly.
Start of the original point here. But you're right, because a lot of the teams fly over for this. I think we've got about 130 teams signed up for this year, so it's a bumper grid.
Yeah,
it's
amazing.
very much European STEM, maybe even international STEM.
Yeah, absolutely international STEM. I mean, engineering knows no boundaries, right? It doesn't respect borders, doesn't respect country borders. You know, what works in the UK works all over the world.
Absolutely, no, 100%. And I'm just thinking about this because I know IMechE is renowned for being British. You know, the HQ is in London. It's opposite Buckingham Palace. Fantastic building, guys. If you've never been there, please go to Birdcage. But it's not really a British society, is it? There's so many international things going on in
so we've
IMechE.
got a presence in 140 different countries.
140.
So yeah, we're about 110,000 members in 140 different countries. So I mean, that's global. That's international.
That is absolutely international. Yeah. How does, just thinking outside the box now, if we looked at FS in itself, how does this tie into the wider strategy though with IMechE? Like with everything internationally and everything else going on?
It's a super neat fit. It's all about providing that helpful learning context, right? And I think targeting undergraduates, some just tipping over into graduates as well, is a really, really important age actually, because we want people studying engineering, be it at university or at any other level, we want them to understand that there are some really, really exciting roles in careers in engineering, right? We are short of engineers, certainly in the UK and across the world. We hear it time and time when I talk to my counterparts across the world. You know, society needs more engineers, so it's really important that we can keep attracting engineers and keep advocating for the really interesting, exciting, fulfilling careers that there are.
This is just the beginning of the journey, really, isn't it? Just getting them through into their careers and share the love with all the other kind of things.
But it's a really critical intervention. I mean, we say that all the interventions are critical. You know, it's really important to inspire, you know, young children. That engineering can be a career, but that keeps going all the way through.
This sounds so ambitious. There's so many long-term plans going on with IMechE at the moment. If we had to quantify this, maybe call it a 5 to 10 year plan. I know D&I, for example, is a huge target for IMechE to ensure that underrepresented communities are able to get into STEM. What does this longer term goal look like for the society?
Absolutely. So just pausing on D&I for a minute, it's interesting, isn't it? Because there's a lot of buzzwords. There's a lot of
yeah.
glib talk sometimes. For me, it's really, really basic. So fundamentally, we need more engineers.
Yes.
Right? Fundamentally, we need to make sure that we're coming at these big engineering challenges that are facing society from lots and lots of different angles, and we just need to not overthink it. Right? If we operate with the right values, so we've got 4 values at IMechE, impact, inclusion, innovation, and integrity. If we live by those values, you're going to get the right kind of behaviours, right? If you get the right kind of behaviours, you get inclusion because people feel welcomed and people feel valued. If you get inclusion, then you get that diversity of thought that is so critical for solving these big challenges. So there are some strong conversations going on around the world about whether or not ED&I is a good thing. I just think we just need to put it to bed and not overthink it. Of course, we need diversity of thought to get to the best solutions for our engineering challenges.
At the end of the day, it's about people. Really.
Yeah.
It's individual, and so long as we can enable every individual, then the rest will follow suit organically, right?
And sometimes it's small things, sometimes it's little nudges that just help people feel welcomed and help us be able to operate at our best.
Everyone's got their own definition of what is normal, and it's bringing everyone together and accepting we can all have our definitions of normal and flourish as engineers, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
That is so insightful and inspiring. I'm really excited to see what's coming over the next 5 to 10 years then. There's a lot of great plans out there. And
it's really funny, isn't it? Because we're, 178 years old, I think, as an institution.
Yes.
And I passionately believe that now we are more relevant than ever. And I'm just going to put some numbers behind that, because it is said that, in about 8 to 10 years' time, 85% of the jobs that we will do are unknown today, right? Because the pace of technological change, you think how AI has transformed jobs already. So that change. But in a similar time frame, 80% of the workforce is the same, right? So how's that going to work? So how it's going to work is through institutions like IMechE, where you have that opportunity for lifelong learning, opportunity for upskilling, reskilling. And I think as a contribution to society, that is going to be even more important in that 5 to 10 year time frame than ever before.
Fantastic. Oh, I'm so excited now for this. This is amazing. Alice, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you giving up your time to come and have a conversation with us and just let us know what FS looks like in the future, what the IMechE looks like in the future. However, I can't finish this conversation without talking about one big thing, because you are a celebrity in the paddock now. Me and Giles were walking down there the other day, and they're like, "Is she coming this year?" Who? The Teams lady. Where did this all start from? Because honestly, you're known as the Teams lady who riles up all the audience every year. How did this all come about?
So this is brilliant. So I had a tiny tip-off that if one uses the word Teams, then there's a little bit of a feedback from the audience. So I just thought, little bit of feedback. It's all right. We've got to embrace this, haven't we? So yeah, I've enjoyed doing that. I enjoyed it in particular a couple of years ago when I'd left the award ceremony. It was like 10:30 on Sunday night or something. I was driving back down the motorway. I stopped at a service station, and I kid you not, someone from right the other side of the car park shouted out, "Teams!" Because they spotted me, and I shouted back. It was great.
Fantastic. Oh, honestly, you have no idea how much that means to the students. You are a celebrity for that, and Formula Student has a carnival atmosphere to it. Of course, as students, everyone takes the competition seriously, but there's so many jokes and memes, for a better word, going on.
Yeah.
So honestly, thank you so much for fully embracing that, because the students absolutely love it.
Well, I love it too.
Oh, amazing. Alice, thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. Amazing.
Thank you. Super fun.
Amazing. Thank you. See you all later.